Yes, gents, bonjour. How are we? So we join me in my car. We just sat outside the gym now, about to head in, do some coaching and then train. But yeah, like sort of where I'm at the moment, like obviously if you probably heard, if you follow me, you know I did a high rocks again. If you didn't, then obviously you must have been living in a cave. I know it's just the high rock spammer again. Obviously I think people have had enough. Anyway, yeah, where we're at sort of this week again, it's been really nice now not having the sort of, obviously it's good to have something to train for. Like obviously the deadline was awesome, and like sort of having high rocks, like the 10-week or like 11-week prep I think we had. But it's nice now not to have that sort of lurk in the background, that deadline. I can sort of obviously put more sort of, again, more relaxed with the training, more like effort into sort of business now and things like that, in other areas, whatever. I know sort of, okay, I don't have to be sort of perfect with everything else. And yeah, that's what it's been like. This week has been sort of like really getting back into the flow, because the first week after the high rocks is just relaxed, just doing what I want. Whereas this week now, okay, we're working more for like body composition, back to aesthetics, lifting more, the running and overall volume is down, less gassy stuff. So again, we've started like lifting again, and that feels like, whoa, like getting a pump on everything. Again, it just sort of like getting the DOMs and the aches the next day. I'm like, oh my God, not used to this. I haven't had this sort of like as much as this like for a good few weeks, especially in the upper body, because again, it's been, high rocks is so much lower body, like quads and stuff like that, they were hurting. But again, like my arms and my back and stuff, again, didn't really, that was fine. Whereas now, like I lifted Monday, Tuesday, I'm like, fuck. So that's good. Yeah, in terms of diet as well, again, obviously a little bit less calories, a little bit less carbs, more emphasis on protein and sort of like fruit and veg, because I'm going into like a bit of a tidy, a bit of a diet, like to obviously get leaner now, like over the next few weeks, ready for my birthday. So yeah, it's just like I'm not eating as much, obviously the volume's a bit, like down a bit. Yeah, no, it's been good, it's been enjoyable, and just like sort of just obviously this week now, just doing more stuff, like I said, focusing on getting steps in again, like lifting more, probably go like lift 3 times a week, and then still keep some runs in as well as some interval work, and then like I said, just eating sort of, yeah, just like I said, tightening up food and watching my weight come down. So yeah, that's where we're at. Again, like I said, about head into the gym now, got coaching some of my sort of clients, and then I'll train tonight quickly. I'll do some interval sprints tonight, and then home for some sort of console calls in the evening then. So catch up with you soon. Yes, gents. So I want to explain is like, what is online coaching? Because I was having a conversation with someone the other day, and just some of my a friend I was catching up. I wished him happy birthday. Someone I went to sort of uni with, and we were chatting. And I was like, I work online and things like that. I was like, oh, okay, cool. How's that work, mate? Is that just like plans, or do you do like live classes and stuff like that? So I just obviously want to break it down, because everyone probably has their own sort of like, oh, okay, this is what they think online coaching is, or this is how it works. And then, like I said, perhaps most people don't really know. So what it is like I said, yeah, I've done like obviously live classes back in COVID, back in lockdown. We would do like Facebook lives or Zoom, or not Facebook live, Zoom classes. Like obviously all my clients would jump on, and I'd take them through the workout and do that, because gyms are closed. Obviously we'd work out at home and like take them through it, and I'd do the workout with them. And then, like I said, some people are thinking, okay, it's just a diet plan and training plan. Okay, like I said, no, it's not that either. So again, what it is, again, is obviously you can break like coaching down into my coaching anyway, in a sort of like 3 components. You got like obviously the training side, you got the nutrition side, and then you got like the accountability and sort of support side. So like in terms of training, like everything we do is all like sort of bespoke to you now. It's all like a relationship sort of thing, and I only work with people who are sort of like, obviously we're a good fit. Like obviously I get on with. Like I said, if you go on a date with someone, and then like you're not going to ask them to be a partner if you don't fit, obviously. Okay, you're going to go your separate ways. So that's why, again, we always speak to people, jump on a call, have a chat, get to know each other. If we're a good vibe, if we're like sort of, we get on well, if I can help, and then obviously we go from there. So when you come in, like I say, it's all about just again an assessment, get to know you, and just sort of, okay, like go for it. Let me know what your week is looking like, what's your schedule look like sort of your daily routines, what you eat, like sort of your steps. Again, let's get some baselines in. It's just like, let's do a bit of an assessment, a bit of an audit, like where are we at? That's it. Just get those sort of like benchmarks in place. And then, like I said, the training is all built around you. So again, in terms of like what you want to do, like how often you can train, how long you can train for, like whether you're in a gym, whether you're at home, whether you're in a garage, whether you sort of, whatever it is, sort of, whether you're in hotels and you're traveling a lot, whatever it is, again, we can build it towards you. And then, you know exactly what you need to be doing. Like, what do you want to focus on? What you can't do because of injuries, or you dislike? And then we tailor it for you. And like, so you know, sort of, okay, when you go to do the workout, then it just removes any confusion for you. You know exactly what you need to be doing. It's all delivered to you in an app. So again, you don't have to like open up some sort of like spreadsheet and sort of scrolling through that. It's just in an app. It's just there, bam, laid out for you with like sort of, okay, what you need to do, the sets, the reps, the rest, etc. Like exercise video demos and like technique explanations, all these different things. And then you can log stuff down as well. So when you go into the gym, you can log down the weights you were using, so you know sort of, okay, what you did last gym session, like what you lifted, and then what you need to lift this session. You can see sort of, oh, am I lifting at the right intensity? Am I sort of progressing? Oh yeah, I've done sort of, I'm up 2 kilos from last workout. I've gone up in a different weight. I've gone up sort of like a few more reps this time. And that's the thing we can see. So then when you go in there, it just removes that confusion. You're not dabbling around and just winging it, plodding along. You're going in it with intention, with it like purpose. I said, whether it's in the gym or whether it's doing a workout with some dumbbells at home, whatever, it doesn't matter. Like I said, it's just built around you. A lot of my clients, probably half my clients, train from home. So that's the sort of the training side. Like I said, it's built around you. And then, like I said, if you go on holidays, you can send me pictures of your gym. You can send me videos of it so we can see. And it's built for that setup then, so you know it's built for the equipment you have. It's built for the sort of the logistics of your setup. Okay, so it's again, it does work. It's not like, oh my god, I've got this plan and half these exercises, my gym hasn't got this equipment, my gym hasn't got this. Oh my god, it's just I gotta go one end of the gym to the other with this fucking thing. It's just annoying. Again, we don't have any of that. It just make it flow towards you and we tweak it for you. Yes, guys, just back home now. So again, that's the training side. So in terms of nutrition, that's like a big one as well. So what we look at, obviously, like I said, in the first week, you do an assessment, we do a bit of an audit. So we see sort of, okay, what your eating patterns like, sort of what you tend to eat, and sort of what you eat through the day, your snacks. Like, again, get an idea of like, obviously, what you're eating and then like how much you're eating as well. Because that's what people are so unaware of. They have no idea, again, how much they're eating. They say that, oh, I eat okay, eat kind of healthy, blah, 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 whatever. Again, it just means nothing. Well, like, how much is that? You can't like get a mortgage based on like, oh, I earn an okay amount. It's like, okay, they need to know sort of how much specifically. Same with like doing a tax return. It's like, oh yeah, I'll pay a bit of tax this year. No, you have to file a fucking specific amount, don't you? So same with the calories. And that's what we try to do is like look at sort of how much you're eating, start logging down your food. Again, get an idea of how much you're eating sort of through the typical weekdays, how much you eat on a weekend. And then we can see sort of patterns then and see where you're at. And then we can make adjustments based off that. So then we can see sort of, oh, okay, this is how much you're eating. So then we can sort of, okay, make some sort of, give some targets based off that. Rather than just like a random sort of, oh, here's your meal plan, crack on. Or again, here's some like generic targets from a fucking like calorie calculator on Google, crack on. No, it's like looking at sort of, okay, this is what you're eating. Okay, let's trim that down, perhaps say, so let's say you're eating sort of, I don't know, 2,800 to 3,000 calories sort of thing, each like averagely across the day. So then obviously, perhaps we want to work out, okay, we want to work our way down to perhaps 2,200, because that's like a deficit for you. That's where you want to get to. So then it's working our way down, perhaps going to start in like just 400 calories sort of. So we work the nutrition around you, like sort of the targets you want, depending how fast you want to progress, things like that. And obviously you would go, so perhaps in a fat loss phase, and then like another time you're in a maintenance phase, or like later on in a building phase as well. Again, all through different cycles. It's never sort of like fat loss is in the sort of like when you sort of you lose sort of like a 1, 2, 3 stone. That's not the end. Okay, that's just the start. Again, this is about sustaining it, and we can really change the body composition. But that's something else. Anyway, in terms of nutrition, so it's looking at sort of, okay, like what you're eating day to day, and like what you've got on through the week. Okay, like I'm eating out, or got a social, or I got a heavy weekend. Okay, then we can adapt that. Okay, we can sort of, okay, manipulate your sort of food in the week, or like leading up to it, or on the weekend, so we can factor that in. And it's educating on all this sort of like these sort of things, how to structure meals, what foods to aim for, what foods to limit, like sort of, again, how many calories you need, how much protein, again, how to eat on the go, what to eat when you're going out, how to get back on track, like all these different things, supplements, recipes, meal prep, like educating all this and working it into your life. So again, it just like into your family life, whatever, again. So it's not just, oh my god, like here's your meal plan and just crack on with that. It's not none of that shit. Or eating 6 times a day, or living off chicken, rice and broccoli, or like some of the stuff I've heard over the years, like the classic like bodybuilding thing, or plans people have been on. I'm just like, oh, no wonder you last like few days on it. It's not about that. This is what we want to build to sustain it, so you can sort of keep the weight off, get in shape and stay in shape. And then the last one is about accountability, and that's about sort of making sure you do what you said you would, making sure like you do what's going to move you forward towards your goals. Because it's very well sort of like having the sort of like the plan and stuff like that. If, again, so many people have the plan, so many people have the information, but again, they don't fucking do it because there's no one on their back. There's no one sort of cracking the whip. They can let themselves off the hook so easily. Okay, in work, you have a boss. Like, you have a boss. If you have to get stuff done, they tell you to do stuff. You have deadlines. You can't just walk out the office when you feel like it. You can't just go home because you're accountable. Again, the boss will be there. He's making sure you're doing the work. And this is like the problem when it comes to your body. There's no one on your back. If you come home and like, oh, you said you're going to the gym, but you're just going to chill on the sofa. You're not going to the gym. No one cares. Everyone still loves you, and like no one's going to sort of like call you out on it. Like if you come home and like, oh, you're going to have sort of, I wanted a salad, but I actually had a Domino's. No one cares. Like your family will still love you, and just no one will call you out on it. There's no consequences for it, and that is the problem. That's why, God, I'll put off to tomorrow. I'll start back Monday. Oh well, I'll just one more then. Just have a takeaway. It won't matter. Like so, all these different things, all these different excuses and justifications. Like there's no one to call you out. There's no one to say, oh shit, I can't do this. I know I should do this. I can't really do this. I like to say no, or like sort of no, I got sort of like Al's checking in, or I've got to check in myself, whatever. Okay, and this is it, like holding yourself accountable, getting called out when you need to, and then supporting you through the sort of the tough times when things are like when life is getting hectic, being there to support you as well, just to help you. Like, oh, okay, like sort of this is what we can do just to work around that. Just obviously don't worry about being like do training. Don't worry about it. Let's just do this now and then work through this scenario. Because that's what we all go through. It's going through life. It's not just doing it when, like, oh my God, I can only do it this period, and then something happens, people stop. No, we want to stop that. We want to stop you sacking it off. We want to sort of stop you so you can work through whatever's going on, whether it's you moving house, relationships, like illness, anything. Okay, and that's the sort of like what I do with all my clients. So it's again keeping you accountable, like I said, checking in with you pretty much every day, if not every other day. We're chatting, we're back and forth, like sort of like how we getting on, what we doing, and chatting about shit as well, chatting about sort of the football, chatting about coffee, chatting about sort of, I don't know, the holiday you're on, the curry I just had, whatever. And then, like I say, the end of each week is just obviously going through it like more of an in-depth check-in, like a video check-in, a bit like this, or maybe you might have seen on my Insta, like sort of where we go through just like a reviewing, like how was the week, what did we get done, what didn't you get done, and why, and diving into more the mindset, the roadblocks, like why did you do that, like what stopped you, like sort of what was the emotional reaction you had, because why did you sack that off, or why did that happen, why did you sort of do this? And then how can we improve that for next week? Okay, what can we put in place to improve that? So that's pretty much it. Again, it's just like giving us sort of the roadmap and the direction. Okay, this is what we need to do, and this is built around you. And this obviously we tweak it as we go as well for your life, for whatever's happening. And that's why like communication so big, and it's so big. It's a relationship basically. And then, like I said, there's this holding you accountable, making sure you know what you're doing, making sure you're getting it done. And then obviously like so pushing you and challenging you and just sort of like being there to guide you and being in your corner to what I want you to win as well. Like as you work with me, I care about you. I want you to sort of succeed just as much as you do. Okay? Again, if you want to know more, just drop me a message. But again, that's sort of like how online coaching works with me anyway. I don't know what other people do. I know it's sort of like you probably had some apps or some plans, or you might have been fucking ripped off or scammed before. And I'm sorry to hear that. But again, like I said, it's not sort of, we run a different ship here. Yeah, like obviously, like if you want to know more, if you want to chat, again, obviously you can sort of just drop me a message.